right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, and it's a Monday. First of all, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you this was just TV? This was TV. Antonio Brown, a 1-year deal with the New England Patriots. But let me remind you, the deal is not yet set in stone. Now, the Raiders made the best decision that they could, because to protect the perception of your football team, to protect the perception of your front office, of your head coach, this was the best decision. Congratulations. Because you have shown that you are not just the Antonio Brown show. You are the Oakland Raiders. And tonight, Antonio will not be on the field. But there's going to be a lot of rookies. A lot of rookies who are having the great privilege of starting their career on Monday Night Football. So that should be the story. That should be the story tonight. Even though they're going to talk about Antonio Brown and this whole off season. But you got to remember, the Raiders were on Hard Knocks. That storyline with Antonio Brown, it was great TV. Now it's over. Now Antonio is with the Patriots. And to me, he's going to follow the Patriot way, because there is no other way. And with the Raiders, you have to understand what they did was protect their brand. They protected their name and they protected their integrity. And that's great. And they're going to get a lot of respect. But to me, they didn't need to have Antonio Brown. They did not. He could have helped them, but they did not need him. So to me, it's a plus. Because Antonio is going to the New England Patriots, and the Oakland Raiders get to imply what they truly want to do. They get to install the culture that they want to install in Oakland. That is soon gonna move. So to me, this was great television. But it was great to see the Raiders keep a certain kind of image, a certain kind of understanding. Because to me, if you are John Gruden, you kind of feel, damn, I could have helped him. I could have made it work. You could go to that extent. But at the end of the day, you have to know, maybe it wasn't meant to be. And if you are John, you have to know that. You have to know, don't put so much on yourself over this situation. Because AB's going to be fine. And the way that you are setting up the culture with the GM, the Raiders are going to be fine. And that's the truth. So congratulations to both sides. Because to me, both sides are doing great right now. Antonio Brown has the opportunity to play with the Patriots. And the Oakland Raiders get to install the culture that they want to install. To me, that is amazing. Now, UFC 242. Khabib and Poirier. Now, it finished in the third round by submission. But the fans got what they wanted. Dustin. Great job, Dustin. Because you showed that you are not a pushover. You showed that you can fight with the best of them. Because in those early rounds, in the beginning of that fight, you put it to Khabib. You survived his best shots in the first rounds. You survived a lot. And you did great. But Khabib turned that switch on. His father was in the building. He wasn't going to lose. We all knew that. I knew that. And Khabib showed why he is great. Because he overcame adversity. A little bit of adversity. It probably was calculated by him, but it's still adversity. So great job. Great job, Khabib. Now, do I believe Tony and him is going to be a great fight? Yes. Yes, I will. But we cannot ignore the best fight that has been made. Nate versus Jorge. That's going to be an amazing fight. The hype. Everything that comes with those two different individuals that kind of come from the same background. The struggle, the trials, the tribulations. That is what fighting is all about. And to me, I am so glad that Dana White and the UFC, ESPN, made that fight. Because it is staying true to the sport. It stays true to the sport. And you have two guys that are kind of from the same kind of background, a hood mentality. This is gonna sell, but it's gonna have a cultural impact. And that's the thing that is most important and should not be non-recognized. It should be. Because people that are struggling in their lives can connect to a Nate, can connect to a Jorge. And that's why this is great, because we're going to find out who is the baddest mother shut your mouth in the world. The baddest mother shut your mouth in the world. We are going to find out. And when you have a fight like it's a backyard fight, that is amazing. And that's going to sell money. That's going to sell pay-per-views. That's going to sell ESPN Plus. Gentlemen, it's amazing. of what's happening in the world today. It's amazing. And to me, tonight is a big night. You got the Saints and the Houston Texans. Now the Saints are coming off that pass interference, no call, that should have been called into this game. And Drew Brees said this week, some things you never get over. And that was one of them. So, to me, the most intriguing storyline tonight is not the Oakland Raiders. It is not the Oakland Raiders. It is the Saints. It is Drew and the New Orleans Saints. How do they respond? How do they react from that last game that could have led them to the Super Bowl, that could have had Tom Brady versus Drew Brees in the Super Bowl? How do they react? How do they? Do they react bad? Do they react good? Do they have problems tonight? Because to me, the Oakland Raiders will be fine. The storyline should not be the Oakland Raiders in that game. In that game, it should be about Joe Flacco. What is Joe Flacco going to do? What is that Broncos offensive line going to look like? Because if Joe Flacco and that offensive line can be good and stay healthy, the Broncos will be a threat. If not, they won't. And they'll have another bad season. But you got to look at the facts. The Raiders are the storyline. The Raiders, how are they going to respond after people are going to judge them tonight? If the receivers do not perform well, they're going to be like, oh, what happened to Antonio? He should have been there. So to me, the storylines are, how do the Saints react? How does Joe Flacco and the Broncos offensive line react? And how does the Oakland's receiving core react? Does this fire them up to play a great game and to save Derek Carr's job? Or are they just there to collect a paycheck? Those are the storylines tonight. How do the Saints respond going against Deshaun Watson? How does that Oakland receivers starting core respond, knowing if they don't catch the ball, if they don't perform well, people will be judging them? That's the truth, and that's the key. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day.